like the deranged shit posting is an effective strategy. I have no idea how people in my community couldn't realize that. I swear, like, my community is like, Vaush, we need more debates, we need more blood sports. And then you think there's optical harm in leaning into offending people. What have I taught you? What I'm trying.
This argument he's making is insane.
What argument?
Well, he's basically suggesting that he could argue, he could have a debate with Candace Owens and then call her the N-word, and then say, well, why are you getting mad? She's one of the bad people. I can do, if they can use this language, why can't I use this language?
Yeah.
Like, that's the argument he's making.
Yes, he is.
Listen, Vaush, if you want to call Candace Owens the N-word, just go for it, okay?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Go ahead. Do it. I think it's career suicide, but
yeah,
I mean,
it feels like he wants.
I think it.
Sense it.
I think you'd feel better showing your true colors.
You're taking it back for leftists, okay?
I try so hard. You could also make the irony more obvious. I don't care.
No, but I want to explain this for a second, because I bet you Vaush would be like, I would never call a black person the N-word because it has a history of oppression that shows, the systemic oppression of black people for generations, blah, blah, blah. Sitch Adam, you're just straw manning me, right? That'd be the argument he would give. And then we would be like, but wait a minute. That applies to what you just said to J.K. Rowling. I mean, that's the whole point. There's been a history of oppression and systemic oppression that women have suffered where they've been silenced by men, Vaush. Okay. And yet you feel comfortable using this as a quote unquote ironic joke against a woman who suffered domestic abuse. Yeah. But no, there's no consistency to anything that these purported leftists support, I guess, or at least Vaush specifically.
Don't care. I do not care. I don't care if they think I'm sexist. I don't know why. Why do you care? Why do people in your community? Like, why do you care? What do you? Do you get paid dividends? Are you on my bankroll? Are you one of my?
Can I say why they care? Am I allowed to?
Does it begin with pro and end in felicity?
Pro felicity, exactly. They care. Listen, they care because they've invested in you, Vaush.
Right.
You're their fucking horse. You think you rule them? No, bitch. They rule you.
Yep.
You're the fucking horse. They're the jockey. That's why they care. Their horse just fucking tripped.
Yep.
They're like, oh shit, I thought I was going to make it to the end of this race on this horse. Now I got to find a whole new horse. This is so rich. God, I love this, Sitch. This is the best Sunday show ever. One day Vaush will figure it out, right? Vaush should read the Actually, don't read that book, Vaush. It's too powerful for you. There are two books that I never want Vaush to read. The Pro Felicity book and the 48 Laws of Power. No, 48 Laws of Power. I do not.
Yeah.
Don't read that book, Vaush. Please, nobody tell Vaush. Thank God he can only read Wikipedia. We know we're safe. And he has the attention span of a gnat, so we're good. We're very good.
Employees? Does the income that I make somehow directly affect? Why do you care? Jesus.
Yeah, they shouldn't care. I agree.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't after this.
Wait, all this criticism being dressed as concern for me.
It's concern. It's selfish concern for their investment.
Well, yeah, and it's like if you're a fan of someone. I mean, it's the difference between there's the immaturity of like, oh, if you're a fan of someone, they disagree with you. Because it's like, okay, you're never going to agree with someone on everything, right? But you get in the problem area where you're a fan of someone, they have some disagreement, and then they do all this like bullshit. Like they're totally unwilling to even contemplate the argument that is being made. And they're just doubling, tripling down in the most dishonest, gaslighty, ad hominem way possible.
Yeah.
And that's when you go like, okay.
You realize they're completely unconcerned about your concerns about the situation.
Right.
Yeah. That's when you realize, yeah, I messed up. I picked the wrong person. Yeah. Oh,
I
contemplation.
just watch you
here.
for your media takes. True. Very good. I guess I'm just trying to fathom, like, guy who thinks that Vaush is good despite all the shit people say about him, but then turns his opinion over because Vaush made the 800th ironic misogyny joke. I'm just trying to imagine, like, this guy, you know?
It's weird because, I mean, I do feel like there's a parallel here with Jordan Peterson. Like, we like Jordan Peterson, but everyone thinks Jordan Peterson's a Nazi transphobe, which is completely untrue.
Yeah, but Jordan Peterson doesn't make quote unquote supposedly ironic jokes where he talks about like
Yeah,
hating
Nazism or
Jews or
yeah,
black people or something.
of
'Cause,
course.
like that would be such a blow. Like if Jordan Peterson
It
made
would
some
be.
weird joke and
Of
you're like,
course
what the
it- oh,
fuck?
God.
Like I've, spent a lot of my capital and energy defending you, and then you like,
I would
this
be
is actually
devastated.
this is reminiscent of. So we actually
Scott
talked about
Adams?
this on
Oh.
yes, we talked about this
Okay.
on Joe's stream last night, where Trump made the comment about could you inject bleach into people to cure COVID,
Mhm.
and Scott Adams was like the number one person trying to defend Trump, saying no, he didn't mean that. He was talking about the light. Scams for months and months and months and months. He was the number one cheerleader advocating for this,
Mhm.
and then finally, the debate
Mhm.
comes, and the
Mhm.
ball is in Trump's court. Okay.
Right. He has an
The
opportunity to set
moderator-
the record straight.
Yeah, the
perfectly.
moderator serves him up a very easy lob. He just lobs him a tennis ball. Tennis ball that
Mhm.
says, explain your comments about bleach and COVID.
Mhm.
And Trump, what does he say?
Instead of saying, "Oh, I was talking about light," like Scott Adams has been saying for months and months and months and
Yes.
months, instead of saying that, what does he say?
I was just joking.
I was being sarcastic.
I was being sarcastic. Womp
Right.
womp. And he totally whiffs on the easy question.
Right.
Super easy. And it's such a weird thing because I was like, he really should have said the light comment. Even if it's not true, he should have
I
said
know. Of
about the
course,
light
it's an
thing.
easy out. Yes.
Easy out. Super easy out. And I bring this up because the next day, Scott Adams
I know.
was enraged.
He lost his fucking mind.
Fucking lot. It's just like the exact same thing. He's like, I spent so much. Well, he didn't say this, but the impression is, I spent so much of my energy and capital constructing
You're-
a defense for Donald Trump.
You're misremembering, Sitch, because I remember this vividly.
Okay.
He did say exactly what you're saying. He did say
okay.
that I spent so much of my social capital, so much of my energy, but it was about the fine people hoax, because he also got a question
Right.
about the fine people hoax that he could have easily dispelled as well,
Mhm.
but he didn't. He totally flubbed the ball on that as
Right.
well. And it
Right.
was more, that was the thing that really took Scott Adams over the edge, because Scott
I thought it
Adams
was a
had
bleach
been
comment, but
no, Scott Adams had been the, fine people hoax prophet for literally years, trying to dispel this and that. He didn't really say that or this or that.
Mhm.
And Scott Adams, I mean, he really felt demoralized after that situation.
right.
Because
Because he said, I spent so much of my energy and capital constructing a defense for him.
and
and then
fucking
he-
links on his website, sharing
Right.
on
And then
Twitter
he
every
drops the
day.
ball.
Yes,
Right.
totally.
Right. And that's how all of Vaush's fans basically feel like, because it's
Right.
weird because Vaush keeps saying, I say all this edgy stuff and you guys stand by me. Why does this bother you? And like, that's the point. You say all
Yeah.
this fucked up shit, Vaush. Okay. You've made comments about nuking fucking Israel. You made all these sussy wussy pedo comments that are like, he's made weird bestiality comments. He made all sorts of fucking crazy shit comments, and his chat and his fans have been defending him through it.
Mhm.
And then he does the dumbest shit on his own, and people are like, why are you making it so
Yeah.
difficult to be your fan?
I cannot, they're basically saying, I cannot defend this. And he's saying,
Yes.
well, you don't have to defend this. All you do is say, shut up, stupid cunt, Lamau. There you go. You don't need a defense. And they're going, Yeah, but it's my sister who's saying this to me. Vaush, I'm not exactly sure if I'm in a position to tell my sister, fuck off Lamau, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and he doesn't get it. He completely doesn't. This is like completely over his head. Even the talk with Punished Mother, you can look in this at in this way. Merrick, I think she goes by. I don't know if she's got a different thing, but she's basically coming on and saying, well, Vaush, you know, this, she doesn't want to come out and say it because she doesn't want to get destroyed, but she's basically saying, I don't know if I can defend this. This is a big ask, right?
Right.
Yeah. Nah.
Very true. Very true.